the more I look back on the Armageddon event, the greater appreciation I have for what they were able to do. So many dope cameos in it, right? That winded up impacting the characters on a personal level. It was pretty cool. Then, Barry and Iris signed up for Demon Time. It was pretty demonic. Y'all know I like that shit. And then they continued the story of a show that was previously kind of canceled. That happened. The writers put their soul into this one.
How you foreign niggas stop it? I was born in the tropics. I'm the way peep the mosh pit. And it came with a starship. Yeah, I got it. Yeah, I'm really from the tropics. Fuck is you doing, you not?
What's good, Digital Trap Squad? Y'all know what it is, so check it right. Alright, y'all, look. 3 words describes the Flash Armageddon event. Less is more. Less is more, bruh. We gotta get into being organized. We gotta get into cleaning your room. We gotta get into making sure you put on deodorant. I don't know why I said that, but I said that. We gotta talk about the organization because this crossover is so much more easier to digest and have access to when it's on one show, the same day of the week, at the same damn time. We don't have to do all this jumping. Supergirl at 8 on a Wednesday. Batwoman at 9 on Friday. Legends of Tomorrow Monday at 7. We don't have to do all that goddamn jumping, right?
Heroes vs. Aliens, the 4-night crossover event starts with Supergirl this Monday at 8, 7 Central on the CW.
You're doing too much.
It's much easier to follow. But even deeper inside of that organization, you had cameos that were impactful to the characters that we had. And what it did was kind of accelerated certain arcs these people are going on. Whether it was Ray Palmer chopping it up with Chester in episode 1 of the crossover, accelerating him. But then also Ryan Wilder being able to go to Iris West and having Iris relay her work-life Flash experiences to Ryan was a really cool moment, and it shows those characters will have a friendship one day.
Deciding how to have a baby. The batsuit isn't exactly baby-proof, but I can't force Sophie into 9 months of indigestion and swollen ankles.
Sis, you are spiraling.
They're gonna have to explain when Ryan was talking about she doesn't want to walk around in a Batwoman suit pregnant. She lost me right there, because if she with Sophie got a vagina and she got a vagina, so that mean they scissoring. Okay, you know what? I watch too much pornography. We just gonna skip over that. But what really impressed me about including Ray Palmer was that that character had a solo send-off that he never really had on Legends of Tomorrow, because it's a group of misfits. You know what I mean? It's a collection of people. So he got that opportunity to be Ray Palmer, solo, Palmer Tech, figuring out what he wants to do with his life, and then transitioning. Since we're talking about the Atom, let's get into Ryan Choi. I was glad to see him here. It was a surprise cameo. He did some badass stuff. But goddamn, did they go to the Flash 3D printer and got the spray paint out? That man had the same costume on as the Flash. I totally forgot Mia Smoke was going to pop up in this crossover. So here we are with episode 5. She appears being a badass archer like she was always set up to be. The new Green Arrow. And right here, you're able to isolate the actress, Catherine, a lot more than you could during Crisis or during the Green Arrow and Canary's pilot. Y'all, when she is not with Arrowverse alums and she's by herself, she's a weak lead. She is weak. Now I see why that show wasn't ordered to series. Them folks over at Dare to Defy was like,
no, I'm going to pass on that.
We're not bringing this shit to series. She's not convincing as this badass archer. Take no shit. She's really not convincing in the role. And then there's a moment where she's hitting a punching bag. Nigga. It is one of the most funniest scenes ever.
Mia, you never said why you came to 2021.
Need some milk. Now go help her, y'all.
Ta-ta, 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 ta-ta. Tough. The overarching story of it being Armageddon, brought on by the Scarlet Speedster that winds up destroying the world, was always a very intriguing idea, right? Because you're going in your mind saying, why would Barry do that? Do I have to reevaluate this character mentally from all the adventures we've been on to understand what would push him to this point? But once we get deeper into the crossover, we see that it's actually Eobard Thawne, Reverse Flash, that's created his own version of Flashpoint, where he took everything from Barry Allen. And I always love villains who venture beyond the physical. Don't get me wrong, seeing heroes and villains duke it out is really cool. But seeing a villain who understands a hero enough to attack them mentally and emotionally is always some of the best products, some of the best content we can get in this genre. And I opened up the video talking about Demon Time. Once Reverse Flash was fading away because he fucked with the timeline, I was like Christian Bale in The Dark Knight Rises.
I need you to save me. You have my permission to die.
All the killings, all the fuckery, all of the reckless timeline changes. Poetic justice. The timeline is fighting back. Nature is taking a bite out of that ass. I was all fine with things just running their course. Drinking me a little root beer. Look at you dying, bitch. Look at you suffering. But no, we actually have Joe West that acts extremely out of character and winds up being pissed at Barry and Iris for allowing it. I was sitting on my couch highly disappointed in Joe. This motherfucker killed you. This motherfucker has tried to kill your children multiple times. He has to go. Now shut the fuck up, Joe, before I get these clippers out and speed up nature.
2 seconds, Barry. It's time to go. I promise we're done. Oh.
Sadly, though, the show isn't coming back till March. So it'll kind of give us an opportunity to speculate and think about what the season has for us. We see that Despero is going to come back in some type of capacity, right? After Barry gets the golden boots and pieces him up, Despero's like, hey, motherfucker, we going to meet again. So he might be the main villain of season 8. We got to see. And obviously, they set up an arc of some type with Mia Smoke. They're not going to do all of that dialogue and backstory about William going missing if they're not going to actually dive into it and have it play throughout the season. So she can either appear in other shows and continue her story like John Diggle did last season on multiple shows, or she could be a guest character on The Flash. I'll be open to that because Lord knows she can't lead shit. Dumb punches. Ta-ta. 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 My chihuahua hits harder. FTB. Fade to black, nigga.
When I pull up, she gon' look though. Look at he mad, ain't look bro. She bad as hell, but can't cook though. It don't matter, but you still watching me while I did it for the look though. 100 feet worth of drip, don't drown this fly shit, that's the look though. And look though, I'm the wave, you can look though. I'm something different, I don't think you get it, but I still did it for the look though. Look though, yeah, I did it for the look though.